Imagine an engine so powerful, so indestructible that General Motors erased it from history. A motor that could outpull, outlast, and outmuscle anything on the road until one day it vanished. Was it government regulations, corporate greed, or something darker? The GMC tall deck wasn't designed for speed, but for power. And in a surprising twist, this industrial powerhouse found itself in the high-speed world of NASCAR, proving that brute strength could sometimes outrun raw horsepower. The tall deck wasn't just discontinued, it was silenced. Meet the Chevrolet tall deck. Born in the late 80s, this beast wasn't for your average pickup. No, this engine was a titan, designed for commercial trucks, school buses, even military rigs. With their L displacement and a torque curve that laughed at mountains, it was unstoppable. But then, poof. By the early S, it was gone. Officially, GM said it was phased out for modern alternatives, but truck nuts know better. That was never meant to be a race engine. Its tall deck, long stroke, and rugged construction were built for longevity, not lap times. But that didn't stop daring mechanics from testing its limits on the track, where it briefly made its mark in stock car racing history. What made the unique? How did it differ from Chevrolet's other big blocks? Why did its NASCAR experiment end almost as quickly as it began? Today we're diving into the history, specs, and unexpected workload of an engine built for the job site, but bold enough to take on the superspeedways. Introduction of it was a unique member of Chevrolet's legendary tall deck truck family, engineered specifically for heavy-duty applications and industrial vehicles, unlike performance-oriented big blocks such as the featured a tall deck design, giving it a high cylinder block that increased durability and allowed for larger bores and strokes. This rugged construction made it ideal for hauling heavy loads over long hours, but its strength also caught the attention of racers. Leading to a brief stint in NASCAR, often referred to as the tall deck, its distinct design set it apart from other Chevrolet big blocks, making it easily recognizable and a reliable workhorse in the commercial vehicle world. Production years of the was produced from S through primarily for medium-duty and heavy-duty trucks, buses, and industrial equipment. Unlike its Chevrolet counterparts, that was never intended for passenger cars. This L engine was widely used in GMC and Chevrolet KTOK trucks. It's built with a cast-iron block and cylinder heads. That was engineered to withstand harsh working conditions while delivering steady performance. It featured a bore of in and a stroke of in, distinguishing it from Chevrolet's shorter deck big blocks, and while its power output was relatively modest. Typically around horsepower, its torque ranged upwards to pound-feet, providing strong low-end grunt for heavy-duty applications. It performed best below RPM, where it maintained efficient power delivery without excessive strain. It was commonly paired with Allison automatic transmissions or 4-speed and speed manual gearboxes. Its production coincided with the rise of big block engines in the S&S, but was phased out as diesel engines gained popularity in heavy-duty applications. Exact production numbers for the tall deck engine are difficult to pinpoint, as General Motors did not release detailed records for commercial and industrial engines like they did for passenger car engines. However, it is estimated that tens of thousands of engines were produced. They earned respect for its durability and reliability. Notably, Smokey Unick, a legendary NASCAR mechanic and engineer, once praised the robustness of GM's tall deck engines for their ability to withstand heavy use in demanding environments. NASCAR history and the S-ban. NASCAR did not explicitly ban the GMC by name, but its use in the sport was effectively phased out due to evolving EPA environmental regulations and the engine S. Inherent design limitations. During the S, NASCAR's rules were more flexible, allowing teams to experiment with various engine configurations, including the however. As the sport progressed, NASCAR introduced stricter rules to standardize competition and prioritize safety. At first glance, the answer seems obvious: yes, emissions regulations. The Clean Air Act killed plenty of gas guzzlers. But wait, there was a low-compression engine. It ran cleaner than most big blocks. In fact, versus emissions data, it actually met EPA standards. So why the ban? Was someone lying? Clean Air Act and oil crisis as catalysts for its demise. The S-tall deck design, while durable and robust, made it heavier and less competitive compared to purpose-built racing engines like the Chevrolet or Ford. These engines were lighter, more compact, and optimized for high-performance racing, giving them a significant advantage on the track. Additionally, NASCAR's rules began to favor engines specifically designed for racing rather than those adapted from industrial or truck applications. There was a problem, not for the environment, for profit. It lasted too long. Customers didn't need replacements. Dealerships hated it. Was this engine too good, too reliable, or the truth is stranger than fiction? By the late the SUs in NASCAR dwindled as teams shifted to more competitive engines. While it was never officially banned, the S design and performance limitations, combined with NASCAR's tightening regulations, effectively ended its brief racing career. In the S, a secret underground racing scene fell in love with its unique tall deck design, let builders cram in insane turbo setups. Soon it was dominating tracks and drawing heat from NASCAR. NASCAR bans derivatives. Rumors say GM shut down to appease NASCAR, who feared losing control of their stock car rules. But that's not all. What if Chevrolet had built a high-performance version of the four-passenger cars? Could the tall deck architecture have led to a new generation of tall deck street machines? Is there a hidden stash of racing prototypes waiting to be discovered? In a GM warehouse storing blueprints burned down? Coincidence or sabotage? While GM buried the rebels, kept it alive. Secret races, illegal builds, even NASCAR teams smuggled parts until the feds raided a garage. Rivalry escalates. Chevy loyalists versus GMC holdouts. Mechanic account. Would swap into Chevys just to piss off the bosses. Legacy of the engine. The GMC tall deck left its mark not on the racetrack, but in the world of heavy-duty transportation, where it became synonymous with longevity and reliability. Built to withstand demanding workloads, it proved to be an essential power plant for medium-duty trucks, buses, and industrial equipment. Its rugged construction and low-maintenance design have made it a favorite among collectors and restorers who appreciate engines built for endurance rather than speed. Enduring impact, though its NASCAR presence was short-lived, there remains a symbol of Chevrolet's engineering strength, valued for its uncompromising durability in commercial applications. While never a street performance icon, today the is a cult legend. Outlaw builders resurrect them for apocalyptic torque. GM pretends it never existed. Why? Maybe though it was a casualty of corporate politics. Or maybe it was too ahead of its time. A motor that threatened the entire industry's planned obsolescence model. What if the wasn't just banned, it was silenced? Today, the is a relic, but whispers linger. Did GM sacrifice it to protect their future? Or was there a darker deal with Big Oil? Perhaps the secrets are still hiding in those grease-stained blueprints. Drop a comment. Tell us your theory. And if you've ever seen A in the wild, we need to talk. Coming next, the forbidden Dodge engine they don't want you to rebuild.